Hi guys, this is Shee the Boho and welcome back to my channel again. This entire decade is about to end and I'm like, what? Just entire decade? I was like, in the starting of the decade I was a school girl, I was in school, and by the end of the year, like, this entire decade has been like ups and downs, like everything has changed. I finished my school, I entered my college, I moved to different city, I studied lot of different things, I experienced, I had my first job and blah blah blah. I started this channel, I mean, this has been like, there has been a lot of changes that this decade has brought to me. So I just wanted to list down many things, so it took me a lot of time to move past back to decade and everything, sorting out and listing down into 10 important events. It was really tough. There are many, but I just don't know, this 10 are really very important, and I just thought I really wanted to share it with you people. So that's why I decided to make this video for this end of the year, and I hope you really like it. Okay, so I've listed down the things that actually made my decade quite memorable. Okay, so now without wasting any further time, let's directly hopping into the topic. Okay, so starting from 2011. Okay, so 2011, the most memorable thing I could ever imagine, it was not even in my imagination, was meeting the President of India. That was Mrs. Pratibha Patil, and that was one of the golden opportunities in my life that I got in school. And it was like, we were kids selected from our school, and we had opportunity to meet President of India, and I was fortunate enough to meet her, greet her. Then I had lunch at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Then we were all, I had just fortunate, I was fortunate enough to even uh, you know uh, visit entire bhavan and garden, and it was like a wow moment for me, where like all the kids are from different parts of the countries were there, who were awarded with national awards, and I was literally, I was present in that moment. I was in Bhavan itself, and I was fortunate enough to meet very amazing people out there, and it was just amazing. And this is something which I consider a really good achievement in my life, like meeting the President of India, and it was just wow moment that actually I will remember for rest of my life, definitely. So this was something most memorable in 2011. Okay. Okay, so now coming to 2012. In 2012, it was my boards, 12th boards, and I was so frustrated from all the things. So I was so frustrated of all the stuff. Like, I was constantly studying, like, hours and hours of the day, and I used to hate. I took accountancy, and I used to hate that subject, and I was so frustrated and drained. I wanted recharge. So and I was fortunate enough that my school arranged a trip to Shimla, and my boho gypsy ass, sorry if I'm allowed to use that word, just decided to just doesn't care about boards and just refresh my mind, and I just went to trip to Shimla for 10 days, and that was just one of the most amazing thing that happened to me in 2012. Like, I would never regret the decision aane ke baad, like meri baat lag gayi thi, but that doesn't matter because I enjoyed a lot out there. Baat lag gayi thi in the sense that I had a lot of stuff to read, which was like, I wasn't allowed from my teachers to take that long break, but I am what I am. So I just took that break, and I made really amazing friends in that trip, and they are friends till date with me, and it was such an amazing experience. And this was something which made me realize that how important it is to take break for yourself and make memories, live out there. So yeah, that was one of the most memorable thing that happened to me in 2012. Okay, now let's jumping into the year 2013. Okay, so now coming to the 2013. 2013 was like a break after my boards and starting of my college. So I had really big gap, time gap, and I really wanted to pursue my hobbies, whatever I wanted, and which I couldn't get time in out of school and stuff like that. So I clearly remember that I joined summer camp. I did mud paintings. I learned mud paintings, how to make mud paintings, and mud pot, and what else? Yes, and I clearly remember I learned guitar in that moment, in that time period, and I was so happy, so content that I'm finally doing what I actually wanted to do. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. These are quite I clearly remember there are quite like not so clear memories, but that has led impression on my heart and brain. I clearly remember that how much I used to enjoy doing that, and I have promised myself that I'm going to continue those things again. I will, make time for such things that actually genuinely make me happy. Okay, so yes, I will definitely I'm going to continue all the things that I love. Okay, so this was something impressionable out of 2013, I fairly remember. Okay, so now let's jump into 2014. Okay, so the memory from 2014. Okay, this is not a good one. This was in 2014 when I was going to attend my classes, and eventually I cut my throat from a kite string. Okay, the I just don't know from where the thread came, and it directly attacked my throat, like literally. Like I had this marks around my neck out here, and I had the presence of mind, and God was with me that I placed my finger here. I was driving two-wheeler at that moment, and this I put the finger out here, and it just cut my finger into two pieces. That ridiculous amount of glass was used in that thread that it literally cut my finger into two. Like if you can see, I'm not sure, this is like mark out here if you can see. That was moment which literally God saved me out of. And I am completely against using glass in the thread, like use simple threads. Yeah, at that moment I realized I love flying kites, but this is so dangerous, and how much birds are, literally injured out of this stupid as you use in that, glass material. How can you use in a thread? Like literally, if I suffered this much, I just don't know what birds might be suffering. Okay, this was something near death experience for me. Like if I didn't have that presence of mind, or I didn't put the finger, I possibly things could have been a lot worse. Okay, so this is quite a memorable experience I had in 2014. I just don't know why, but this was really important to share, so I really specifically mentioned this event. Okay, so now let's jump into 2015. Okay, so memory from 2015. Okay, yes, 2015. This was something very memorable, and there are a lot of memories that happened in 2015. But main event that happened in 2015 that literally changed my life was moving to the new city, Ahmedabad, and this was quite a quick decision. I just decided that okay, I want to do graphics and 3D, and I want to pursue that, and I want to go to Ahmedabad and everything. We decided admissions, and within a month I was in new city. And in 2015 I celebrated my first birthday away from my parents. and my family. And you know what, my roommates literally made, they are just angels, like they literally made me feel so comfortable, so warm, and they really made my birthday so special. They brought out cakes and we celebrated birthday, and I just want to thank them all. Like, if you're seeing this, guys, thank you so much. And this is something which really made impression out in my mind, that you know what, actually, you know, they were like family away from family, family away from home, that kind of, I just don't know how to, you know, frame that sentence. So you are understanding, right, that how amazing that memory was, that literally made lasting impression on my mind and my heart, that how loving and compassionate those people were with me. And I was like barely what, 20, 21 at that moment. And this was really a good experience. I really will cherish it forever. Okay, so yes, that's why I mentioned it in 2015, memorable thing. Okay, moving to different city and finding good people and who make you feel comfortable, warm, like home, that is really, really, you know, good. It makes you feel so good. So this is something I would cherish forever. Like moving to Ahmedabad and celebrating my first birthday away from home. Now let's jump into the year 2016. Okay, so now moving on to year 2016. This was quite okay year. I was pursuing my graphics and nothing exciting or nothing that memorable or anything. It was normal year, but I took an impromptu trip with one of my really, you know, good well wishers, my good friend she is, and she's really very elder to me. I respect her a lot. So I took her short impromptu trip to Shirdi, and it was like we decided within 2 hours, and we just packed the bags, and we both went to that trip. And I just don't know. Um, it was like normal trip, like Shirdi. I was going from Ahmedabad to Shirdi, and it was, you know, in between way. This trip was so enjoyable. I just felt so good, and everything just went so smoothly, so well. And the trip was quite, you know, very soothing for me, and I just don't know why, but I really enjoyed with her. So that, I will consider that one of the best memories or best moments of 2016 as far as I remember. Yes, so now let's jump into the year 2017. Okay, so in 2017, I clearly remember that it was like what, month of January, where I, uh, you know, just grabbed my first internship, and it was unpaid, unfortunately. And but I was so excited to work. Like, I, being a kid, I always wanted to work. I wanted my first job and stuff like that. So it was not a paid job, but it was my first job, like first working experience. I was going to, you know, you know, a studio, design studio, and I was allotted like 2 months, and I had internship of 2 months unpaid. And it was like, okay, I'm just okay with the experience I'm getting. And that was the starting of the journey, the struggle, the actual real world I was entering into. And in 2017, I clearly remember it was first day of my internship, and I was so excited. I was on my phone with my parents, and I was like, Mom, I'm just going an internship. I'm officially an adult. I'm starting to work. You know how that experience is like when you're getting your first job and stuff like that. So that was something that really is memorable for me, because it was not that good experience in that internship, but it was something that actually made me learn so many things out there. So how to, you know, deal with professional world, and what kind of politics it is, and blah blah blah, how to earn money, it's not that easy, and stuff like that. And yeah, so that really is one of the most memorable thing of 2017, I guess. Like whatever I wanted, I actually wanted to work, and that was the lasting impression that is going to make on me. And that was my first date internship in 2017. Yeah. So now let's jump into the year 2018. Okay, so in 2018, it was the most, up and down and hazardous risk mentally for me, because I was stuck in a place, or maybe you can say, and I was like, I was not happy, my health was not good, my mental health, physical health, everything was declined. Like I had dengue and lot of stuff was going on. I was just not fit, mentally and physically. And I eventually decided to take a break, and from break I mean I just decided to head back home. Moving home was like, okay, I will just take break. If I'll be fine, I will be back to the business. I will just go back and do the job. And that time I took, I'm so thankful for that. That actually made me realize what I actually want in life, because clearly I was not just, I was just not happy with what I was doing. That was causing me anxiety, depression, and everything. That everything was just not stable at all. I started freelancing, and everything started to fall in place. The dots eventually connected, and at that moment, all of a sudden, I just decided, and I just had the thought that, okay, I'm going to open my YouTube channel. That was the realization I had in 2018. And this realization has never happened to me. Like, this was just so random, and I was like, okay, this is it, I want to do it. And that was something that I'm just glad happened to me. I have no regrets in life. That whatever happened, everything is just lesson. You learn it and just move on. So this was something that has stuck with me, that moment when I realized that what actually I want in life. So I'm extremely thankful for that whatever happened to me. So this was something most impressionable moments of 2018 for me. So now let's jumping into the year 2019. Okay, so in 2019, I took a trip to Himachal for my birthday, and at that moment I realized I'm going to vlog it, travel vlog. I have no experience in handling cameras or stuff like that, but all I knew was I enjoy doing it. I enjoy being in front of camera, and I enjoy sharing. I like to communicate, and that was something I just did out of my gut, and I vlogged it. And if you really want to see that video of mine, this first two videos I posted, I will just mention somewhere here in the cards. So yes, and that was something that made me so happy, so content, I can't tell you guys. And I'm so thankful that I just did it because I wanted to, and that made me so happy. Starting my own channel and posting my first video, doing my trip to Himachal on my birthday, everything was just so good. And I'm so thankful that I actually did it. I actually listened to my heart, to my gut, and I made the channel, and rest is the history in front of you guys. Okay, so yes, that was the memorable one in 2019. Okay, so now let's jumping into the amazing year 2020. Okay, 2020 is, it started with disasters, like Australia fires and everything. All of a sudden, that corona outbreak, lockdown, people losing jobs, people losing lives, and everything was so crucial. Again, everything became so anxious. Like everything was at pause for a very long time, and it, you all can relate to that obviously. But you know I had in mind was, okay, I'm going to give, no matter what happens, I'm just going to give my best in YouTube. So I decided to work on YouTube. I started making videos and stuff like that. So and To be very honest, when you are new in YouTube, you always keep a track of your views, like everyone does. But when you are new, you always keep track कि okay कौन सा वीडियो चल रहा है, कौन से में व्यूज आ रहे हैं, नहीं आ रहे हैं, रिटेंशन रेट क्या है, ये है वो है, blah blah blah. So it was like what I clearly remember that there was moment when my cake video, tandoor cake video, was about to reach 1,000 views. ये सबके लिए आम बात होगी, बट मेरे लिए वो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ थी. लाइक व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड यूट्यूब, आई डिडंट इवन इमेजिन लाइक 100 people विल बी वॉचिंग माई वीडियो. But to reach 1,000 views was like hitting milestone for me. I was clearly remembered, like it was like what 12 or 15 or something at night, and I was in my blanket and I was scrolling, and I just realized that this video is about to hit 1,000 views. If you want to see that video, I will link again card somewhere here. And when I refreshed, it hit 1K views, and I just can't express that how happy that made me, because this is very small thing for all, but for me it was a very big thing. I was crying and I was like, okay, wow, okay, that gave me sense of confidence that all everything up and down that happened to me in the entire year, everything vanished. Like that gave me hope that okay, that's good. You reached 1,000 views, you weren't expecting, you did it, you reached, and that gave me sense of confidence, like okay, just don't give up, whatever happens, just don't give up. Like everywhere you will find somewhere ray of hope. Okay, everything will be good, everything going to end well. And this was one of the most memorable moment for me in 2020. Out in all of the chaos, this little moment has gave led a really strong impression in my heart and mind. I will never forget that. I was the girl with a dream, under the blanket, refreshing her feed, this video feed, and seeing 1K views was a big thing to me. Okay, so yes, that was one of the most memorable thing in 2020. Guys, this was it. This were the moments of the decade. I These are really personal things, and it was so hard to choose such moments, like going back in the memory lane and remembering everything. It was so overwhelming and it was all mixed feelings, but I had to, like, it's been a decade and I've grown so much as a person. And this is so personal, but I really wanted to share it with you people, that you can see how I've grown in this decade. And I've grown a lot. Like I've gained like what, 20 kgs in decade, or maybe definitely I have. So yeah, i'm just I'm just thankful at the end of the decade. And moral of the story is, no matter what happens, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what. So I hope you really like this video, and if you really like this video, please don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. I hope this next year brings you lots of peace, happiness and lot of healing in the world. Okay, until then, see you next time. Bye.